Thursday Q&A sessions with HG Sundar Gopāl Prabhu. Anyone has any questions for Prabhu?
So anybody has any question? Yes.
This material universe is under Devi Dham.
You have another mic. You have another mic. No more.
So the
Devi Dham is?
This material universe we call Devi Dham. And one time, one devotee Mataji, she's not here now, she asked me like, this under Durga, right? She is the predominating deity, Durga Devi. So she must be worshipped. Everything is manifested from her. So the worship must go to her. So how to answer this?
5, 15, 13.
one.
5, 15, 13.
F2 key isn't working.
5,
Yeah.
15,
No.
13.
I know the F2 key isn't working on this. I'm trying to ask Satyaprabhu why.
Huh?
The F2 key isn't working on this. I don't know. I'm asking Satyaprabhu.
Why it's not working?
Yeah. New laptop.
You press F function 2.
Yeah, I know. It's not
No,
working.
must press here, function, here. Why not working?
The
Hello?
other laptop didn't have to press.
Hello? 5, 15, 13. Okay?
30 or 13?
5, 15, 13. Okay, you can read this.
When the Supreme Lord is pleased by a person's actions, automatically all the demigods, human beings, animals, birds, bees, creepers, trees, grass, and all other living entities, beginning with Lord Brahma, are pleased. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the super soul of everyone, and he is by nature fully pleased. Nonetheless, he came to the arena of Maharaj Gaya and said, I am fully pleased. No, just now the F2, no, it's okay.
So you see here, if you please the Lord, then everybody is pleased. There's no need to go and please the demigod separately. You understand? Not only here, many places in 3, 9, 36. Gopal,
Which one?
go down. Go down some more to 38.
30.
Okay, go down. Okay, go to 2.9.
2-9.
Yeah, instead of 3.9, you go to 2.9, 35, 36. 2.9, 36. Go down. Go down some more. You go to each verse, you stop. When you go to each verse, you stop. Go down some more. Some more, go down. Some more, some more. Down some more. Okay.
This verse?
No, down. No, you go to the verse, I have to see the verse. You understand? Yes, now go down. Okay, here. Now you open up this. Okay. See here, can you read this?
The Supreme Lord, the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead, who carries in his hands a conch shell, wheel, club, and lotus flower, is worshipped. Certainly, all other demigods are worshipped automatically because Hari, the personality of Godhead, is all pervading. Therefore, in all cases, namely nominative, objective, causative, dative, ablative, possessive, and supportive, everyone is benefited by such transcendental loving service to the Lord. The man who worships the Lord himself who is worshipped, the cause for which the Lord is worshipped, the source for supply, the place where such worship is done, etc., everything is benefited by such an action.
Yes. So when you worship the Lord, then everybody is, understand? Just like it says, when you put food into the mouth, goes to the stomach, then whole body is nourished. Yes? Correct? The same way. No need to separately worship the. That's why we Vaishnavas, we don't believe in this smarta philosophy that you must go and do this puja, that puja, and all. We don't. Our puja is worshipping the spiritual master, the acharya, and then we worship the Lord. You don't see us doing Navagraha puja and this puja and that. Not required for us. You understand? And it's not that because you don't do puja for Devi, Devi will be upset. No? You understand? In fact, the demigod will be upset if you don't worship the Lord. Do you know? You know where that was? 11 to 47. I think so. You can look at the purport. There are more ladies than men. Huh?
11 to 47.
More ladies than men. Yeah? Men are not interested. They send the wives to learn.
11 to 47, right?
No, 11 to. Quite very good. Go to the purport. Purport. You come to the verse. Just go.
Okay, purport.
Okay, go down. 47 one. Go down. Yeah, go down some more. I want you to go slowly, because I have to see the verse. Okay, go slowly. Go back to the Madhvacharya said.
I haven't come across any verse.
Yeah, Madhvacharya is saying, can you just go? There's a verse here.
That Bhaktanam.
Yeah.
Okay. I read this one.
Okay, go up some. Slowly, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, some more. Okay, here. Go. Okay, you see this verse? Can you read this?
All the demigods are extremely inimical to one who does not respect Lord Vishnu. Such a person is pushed into the darkest regions by the Lord as well as by the demigods. From this statement by Srila Madhvacharya, the devotional sentiments of the demigods can be understood. It is stated that in the supreme liberation achieved by an Uttamadhikari, the most exalted devotee of the Lord, the devotee enjoys transcendental bliss in the direct association of the Supreme Lord and the demigods.
See here, the demigods get upset when you don't worship the Supreme Lord. So it is not the fact that Devi must be, she is happy then when you are worshipping the Lord. Right? Cannot say that they will have some problems. Not a fact. You understand? Huh? Yes. In the Bhagavad Gita, suppose you have to prove this on the Bhagavad Gita, how do you do that? Huh? Suppose in the Bhagavad Gita you have to show how the demigods are happy when the Lord is worshipped. So you can see in this verse 529 Bhagavad Gita, Bhoktaram yagya tapasham sarvaloke maheswaram suhedam sarvabhutanam jnatva shanti vrachati. See here,
A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material existence.
so if you know
Miseries.
Krishna is the chief, then everybody is happy and you also become happy. But if you don't do this, then you see 924. So you remember all these verses because easy for you because you mostly are familiar with the Bhagavad Gita, correct? That if I quote the Bhagavatam, some of you may not, know how to use it. So here it's easier for you. So this verse, Yajnanam Chan.
Okay.
Chant the
Aham
verse.
hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha न तो माम अभिजानन्ति तत्त्वेनातश्च्यवन्ति ते. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down.
See? So if you don't accept the supremacy of Krishna, then even the demigods and you all will fall down. Understand? Huh? Not that you fall down, everyone will fall down. Correct? So the demigod, they don't, of course, you can see the incidents of Lord Brahma and Indra, how the Lord corrected their pride. Correct? So you have to understand that the demigods are not independent from the Lord. You follow? How you show that Devi is fully under the control of Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita? How do you show? Hello? How do you show that Maya is under the control of Krishna?
9:10. 9:10. Maya dakshina praviti.
Huh? What?
Maya dakshina praviti suyate.
Take out.
मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृति सूयते सचराचरम् हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते. This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again.
So you see here that Maya is fully under the control of the Maya Adhyakshena. That means it's under the my preview. Understand? So if you go a little bit further in the Bhagavatam, 174, Vyasadeva saw, you know. So he saw again, the chant the version.
Bhakti yogena manasi samyak pranihite male apashyat purusham purnam mayam cha tad apashrayam. Thus he fixed his mind, perfectly engaging it by linking it in devotional service, bhakti yoga, without any tinge of materialism, and thus he saw the absolute personality of Godhead along with his external energy, which was under full control.
Do that again. So Maya was under his full control, correct? Why don't you sit there? Sit there, so then I don't have to come this side here. Yeah, good. So, so you see how Maya cannot be separate from the Lord, correct? Maya cannot be what? Separate from the Lord. It is not independent. It is fully under the control of the Lord. So Krishna is saying in the Bhagavad Gita, correct? And here Vyasadeva is seeing it. Vyasadeva is what? He's seeing the Lord, and Maya was, behind and fully under his control. Correct? Understand? And then another verse you chant in the Brahma Samhita.
Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sambhavi.
Maya is Chaya. Chaya eva. Chaya means what? Shadow. Shadow cannot move independently. Shadow must always move under the object. Correct? So who is the object? Who is the object? So Krishna. So she is like a shadow. You can take out that verse also. So you know, see how Maya is completely dependent on the Lord. She is not independent. And to control her, common sense, she is controlled by the husband. And who is the husband? Lord Shiva. And who is Lord Shiva? Is an expansion of the Lord again. Again. So many ways you can prove that she is under the control of the Lord. You understand?
Srishti Sthiti Pralaya.
Chaya means shadow. You understand? So she is the shadow. You see the translation. Shadow. See that? Chaya, the shadow. Yeah? So she is under the control of the. So you know now how many verses that Maya is under the control of the Lord. Bhagavad Gita, correct? And then in the Bhagavatam, and now Brahma Samhita. So she is not independent at all. She cannot be independent. You understand? But she is very powerful. Not that she is, because she is controlled of God, she is quite weak, no? Very. Krishna said, Devi is Mama Maya. Turatya, Maya. But if you surrender to me, then you can overcome my mind. You understand? Again, That means Krishna is controlling Maya. If you surrender to him, then you can 714.
Yeah.
You see? So many ways you can explain. So for you to explain a simple way, it's best to use the Bhagavad Gita. So because I think you read Bhagavad Gita more often than they. Of course, maybe you read the Bhagavad, I'm not saying no, but this is the simpler way to present to people. Because our idea is to convince them. Because I can quote many verses. What's the point? The point is to convince you. See? So what is the best way to convince you? See? Divine energy of mind consisting of three modes of material nature. See, Maya. It's very difficult to overcome. But those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. That means Krishna has got power to give you the sanction to cross over Maya. That means unless he is controlling Maya, how he can help you? Yes? Reasoning. Yes? You understand? Do you understand? This verse is all very easy verses that you should know. Correct? Hmm? Any other questions? Is it clear? Is this clear?
Yes, sir. On top of that, now Devi Dam, on top Mahesh Dam. People who go to Mahesh Dam, who are the devotees of Lord Shiva, will they fall down again or
They can fall down from the spiritual world also. So what's the difference? Like, you understand? So this sloka, can you go to 2154? Madhya.
Krishna is the supreme proprietor of all dhams, including Golok Dham, Vaikuntha Dham, and Devi Dham. The Paravyoma and Goloka Dham are beyond Devi Dham, this material world.
Purport. You go to the purport, no, you reading the purport. So
I
you
know,
show,
you want the verse?
just show here, just to read the purport.
When a living entity is liberated from Devi Dham but does not know of the opulence of Hari Dham, he is placed in Mahesh Dham, which is between
Understand
the
this?
other two dhams.
Hello. Understand this? Can you go back? When the living entity is liberated from the Devi Dham, but does not know of the opulence Haridham, he is placed in Mahesh Dham. You understand? You understand this? Which is between the other two dham. The liberated soul does not get an opportunity to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead there. Therefore, although this is Mahesh Dham, is Lord Shiva's Dham and above Devi Dham, it is not the spiritual world. The spiritual world begins with Hari Dham or Vaikuntha Loka. You understand? So from Brahma Loka, you also can fall down. Abrahma, Bhuvana Loka, Purnavartini, Krishna says. So Shiva Dham is higher than that. Correct? So if you are not knowing Krishna, the sloka of Lord Brahma, he said, unless you catch hold of the lotus feet of the Lord, right? You will fall down. 10:2:32, right? You know, Arvind Daksha Vimukta Mahanina. Tattva Asta Avishya Buddhiya. Then Arura Krichena Parampadam Tata. Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
Arura Krichena Parampadam Tata. Patanti Adaho. Patanti means fall down. What's going on? Patanti Adaho Nadrita Yusman Ankraya. Because they have not called hold of the lotus feet of the Lord. Even if they climb to the highest, right? So they will fall down. So the falling down is there in every part of the material world. You go to Lord Shiva's planet and you're there, you don't know about Krishna. But of course, if you get educated by Lord Brahma, then this is also a situation whereby you will go to the spiritual world with Brahma. If you can go to the spiritual world, Brahma Loka, I'm sure you can also go with Lord Shiva as well. It's not that it's higher. How come lower go and higher cannot? Doesn't make sense. You understand? Yeah? To understand this, you can go to two. Uh, where's my phone?
This one.
That's my phone, I think. Or
Which
that's
my
your phone. Yeah, where's my phone?
um,
So you see here how it is explained in the Brahma Loka. You see, this is what is Brahma Loka. So you will understand what is Brahma Loka. Go to 2:2. Then let me take out the verse for you. Two 27. Read from there.
in that planet of Satyaloka, there is neither bereavement, nor old age, nor death. There is no pain of any kind, and therefore there are no anxieties, save that sometimes, due to consciousness, there is a feeling of compassion for those unaware of the process of devotional service, who are subjected to unsurpassable miseries in the material world.
Next verse.
After reaching Satyaloka, the devotee is specifically able to be incorporated fearlessly by the subtle body in an identity similar to that of the gross body, and one after another he gradually attains stages of existence from earthly to watery, fiery, glowing, and airy until he reaches the ethereal stage.
So here you see here ethereal stage. See. So our body is gross. You follow? Higher than our body is the ghost body because they have no gross. They only have subtle. So you see, as you go higher and higher, the body is no more gross. The demigods and all don't have a body like us. The body is subtle. So as they go on a subtle plane, they come to Lord Brahma's world, you see, their body comes to like very subtle, just before the spiritual body. You understand? It becomes very refined. That's why they say, just now you read the verse before this verse. In the planet of Satyaloka, there's neither bereavement, nor old age, nor death. Why? Because the body is what? Subtle. You understand? So there's no, even Brahma said to Hiranyakashipu, you want to be deathless, you all have to die. Although we don't die like you. He said that. Someone can help him take out that verse. When he was giving benediction to Lord, to Hiranyakashipu, Lord Brahma, talking to him. You can see. Anyway, so from there you can see how Lord Brahma is saying that we don't die like you. So how they die, okay, see, there's no pain or any kind, there's no anxiety, there's not, practically it's like the spiritual world already. You follow? Save that sometime due to consciousness, there's a feeling of compassion for those who are unaware of the process of devotional service, who are subject to unsurpassable misery in the material. So they think of the suffering of the others, then they feel very sad. And naturally, compassion is there. As you climb higher in spiritual life, you are always compassionate to others. That's why the Vaishnava is para dukkha dukhi. He cannot see others suffering. That's the that's the platform you come to. 7321. Is he here?
O best of the Asuras, for this reason I am now prepared to give you all benedictions according to your desire. I belong to the celestial world of demigods, but who do not die like human beings. Therefore, although you are subject to death, your audience with me will not go in vain.
See that? We do not die like. So their position is different. You understand? Ah, go back to read the other verse. So you understand now how the thing is different in different planets. That's why the people go to the moon, how they will see. Because the body is subtle. They may say nothing there, some dust, something. You follow? Because they can delude your consciousness. This is next one, next verse.
28.
Next verse. After reaching Satyaloka, the devotee is specifically able to incorporate fearless by the subtle body in identity similar to that of gross body, and one after another he gradually attains stages. You see, when he attains to Satyaloka, he goes from he is fearless, and his body is what? More and more refined. You understand? Eh? This is how their bodies are different. Next verse.
The devotee, the devotee thus surpasses the subtle objects of different senses, like aroma by smelling, the palate by tasting, vision by seeing forms, touch by contacting, the vibrations of the ear and by ethereal identification, and the sense organs by material activity.
So he surpasses all, even the not only just the body, also the senses. As you know, the sense that's controlling the ears is the sound. The one got taste, the what, all these things is gradually. Next verse.
The devotee, thus surpassing the gross and subtle forms of coverings, enters the plane of egoism, and in that status he merges the material modes of nature, ignorance, and passion into this point of neutralization, and thus reaches egoism in goodness. After this, all egoism is merged into that Mahatattva, and he comes to the point of pure self-realization.
That means it goes above the three modes of material nature. You understand? So you see how there are various grades. And we are caught in everything. Ours is caught in everything. Our body is what? Senses, the eight gross senses, the material, everything is here. That's why we feel pain so much. Suppose you don't have the body, you don't feel pain.
Indra and all they enjoy over there. Indra, they have somarasa, they have the taste, they have urvasi, rampa like that. They enjoy the senses.
Yeah. So you see, when you go, that's now we read the verse. The body, although becoming, it acts like the. You go back to that verse. You didn't read that line there. You saw. It goes from one stage to another. Subtle,
They are in which
uh,
Satyaloka.
corporate village, subtle body, in an identical similar to that of a gross body. You see that? Are you following? So that means it's not that he loses the power for tasting this thing, everything. He has that similar to the, although he don't have a gross body. You follow? This is higher beings. That's why they can travel anywhere, they can go, no problem. Why? Because it's evolved into, do you understand? You understand? You follow? So try to understand that how people in Brahmaloka, how their bodies, of course the thing will come lower, lower, heavenly planet, and finally here we have got full gross body. You understand? So when you go to that world, that place, then you stay in almost a spiritual body already, but it's not. It is merged already in your flow. So when Brahma dies at that time, he goes to the spiritual world and you go along with him. So if this is subtle, if you go to Lord Shiva's planet, it has to be also because it's higher. Yes, because you have no concept unless you take shelter of Lord Shiva and he explains to you, and then yes, you also will go to the spiritual world. But Lord Shiva doesn't, he doesn't go to the spiritual world because he is a manifestation of the Lord. But of course, if everything is, what do you call that, dissolved, when the universe is dissolved, then all of them go to the respective part. So he probably will merge into the body of Garbhadas ki Vishnu to wait again for the next creation, and then he will again come out from the nostril of Lord Brahma, uh, not nostril, from the eyebrow of Lord Brahma. So that's how things go on. You understand? Uh, to up to Vaikuntha, all of that will be going back to the body of Mahavishnu. Yes, correct. So Lord Shiva as well also will go. Correct. You understand? Huh?
Ghosts are not ghosts, but it's like Lord in the human world, right?
No, ghost is higher because they don't have a gross body. That's why they can see future and tell you. People worship them. Why? They worship and they get result. Why? Because they can see. You follow? They can see to some extent the future because they don't have a gross body. Gross body is conditioning. But that does not mean that they are happy. They are suffering because it is not liberation. Otherwise, everybody will commit suicide. Why? Nobody will do that. Does that make sense? You understand? So for them to enjoy, they have to go and take the body of a human being because they're not in the higher platform. Whereas the higher than them, the charanas, the gandharvas and all, they don't need to do that. You follow? Different grades. And can you go to this verse? 5, is it 21? So you see here, the grades are explained, who is higher than who is lower, and uh, from here you can read.
Of the two energies manifest, spirit and dull matter, beings possessing living force, vegetables, grass, trees, and plants are superior to dull matter, stone, earth, etc. Superior to non moving plants and vegetables are worms and snakes, which can move. Superior to worms and snakes are animals that have developed intelligence. Superior to animals are human beings, and superior to human beings are ghosts because they have no material bodies. Superior to ghosts are the Gandharvas, and superior to them are the Siddhas. Superior to the Siddhas are the Kinnaras, and superior to them are the Asuras. Superior to the Asuras are the demigods, and of the demigods, Indra, the king of heaven, is supreme. Superior to Indra are the direct sons of Lord Brahma, sons like King Daksha, and supreme among Brahma's sons is Lord Shiva. Since Lord Shiva is the son of Lord Brahma, Brahma is considered superior. But Brahma is also subordinate to me, the supreme personality of Godhead, because I am inclined to the Brahmanas are best of all.
Right? Huh? Because here Brahmana means Vaishnavas. There's a difference between Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas are Muktanam api Siddhanam va Narayana Parayanaha. Different. Devotees they are very special. That's why Krishna says, anyone who worships me, who knows, he is a great and rare soul. So Vaishnavas are a different line. Their thinking is different, their behavior is different, everything about devotees are different. That's why Arjuna, Krishna says, you be a devotee, Arjuna, by all means. I mean, you also can see, you all are practicing Krishna consciousness for some time now. You can see, you don't fit into the other people's world. They cannot fit in. They're thinking different, they're eating different, everything is different for you. Yes? That's why Krishna said, what is day for you is night for them. What is night for them is day for you. Because you try, even it can be family members or anybody. You just cannot, you cannot click, as we say. You cannot what? But at the same time, you put in the devotee circle, you are comfortable. Everything is nice. Yes, correct. Why? Because devotees, they're different already. You understand? Now you cannot go to that world also. How to do that? It will be very difficult. Yes, right. So I think I posted one verse of Prabhupada in the WhatsApp. Recently I did, I think. Why I left my family. Why I cannot go back to my family. Prabhupada himself said in that conversation. So this is the point. Devotees are different. They're higher than anybody. And not only they are higher, the real reason is because they are developing love for Krishna. And to be with Krishna means you you don't want anything else. You understand? When you go to this verse 11, 20, 32, 33,
Asuras are higher, right? Asuras are demons, right?
they are higher because they have mystic powers and all that. Only problem with them is that they don't accept the supremacy of the Lord. And they don't stay there, they stay below. They are in the below planet, not in the higher planets. You understand? So they don't accept.
Supremacy, they are, when we see the supremacy, they are the higher than the Siddhas and Himalayas.
Because they got these powers. And higher than them is the demigods. Because the demigods are accepting the supremacy of the Lord. The demons don't. Just like what's his name, the architect of the demon world? Huh? Maya Danava. They got a lot of mystic power. The soldiers are killed. He created a lake. Whoever go inside will come back again. See, who can, you got that kind of mystic power? Suppose you have, I tell you, yeah, every day there'll be queues in your door. But they have such a science that you dip in the water, you come out again. Huh? You understand? All this kind of a thing, it is there. It is not that it's not there. It's that you don't know. How that, what's his name? Santanu, and what is the Santanu and who?
Satyavati.
Who's the father of Bhishma? Santanu is the father. He got a brother. His brother, what's his brother's name? Hello, Mahabharat? Yeah? That is his son. Hello? Yeah. Vya, something. So he was supposed, he's the elder to Santanu. But he did not get the post. Why? Because Santanu had the power that whoever old come to him, he can make him youthful again. Understand? Mahabharata, I'm sure you read the Mahabharata, you don't know. So because he had that power to make people youthful again, he was given the position of to be king. Of course, his brother is now still staying alive. He's in one village, and he's waiting until Kali Yuga finish. Then he will start again in Satya Yuga the Kshatriya race again. Two of them are there, Kshatriya race. One from the moon and one from the sun. They are waiting in some village. Nobody knows. Huh? What? I can take out that verse for you. It's in the Bhagavatam. But the point is that did you see he has the power? So the power to make you what? Youthful again. One power you get killed, you can bring you alive. One power you can make you youthful. All these are mystic powers. They are there. Because now in Kali Yuga, hardly anyone knows the science. So the point is this, that there are many mystical things, that you don't know, you cannot know. Because why? We are becoming more and more sinful. You understand? Because we are becoming sinful, many things are hidden. Whereas the demigods and the demons also has their powers also. In fact, they are staying in the Bilva Swarga, that's below, and that is more heavenly than the heaven planet. You understand? Why? Because in the heaven you cannot cross certain limit because you know there's God, no supreme. So your enjoyment is limited to that extent. You cannot do something gross. But if you don't know the concept of God, then you will do anything and everything you like. There's no stoppage for you. Yeah. So that's how the Bilva Sorga is. The demon, the only way they get checked is when Krishna sends the Sudarshan Chakra, and that kind of limits them. So this whole thing is there in the fifth canto, you can read. What I'm trying to say is that the demons are very powerful also. When Bali Maharaj, he could conquer the whole thing, right? Then the Lord has to come as one and take it away again. Wow. Hiranyakashipu again, how? So powerful. So the demons are there. Of course, higher than demons are demigods, higher than the demigods are Indra, higher than Indra. So like that you go. You read this now? Yes?
But why they are lower than the earth? Why they are below?
Why they are put below? Because they're demons. They like dark. They like, that below and there's no sunlight. So they have big snakes now. They have jewels on their head. They give the light. That's how there's light there. And usually they like to stay under the ground, under the hole, like that they hide. Understand? So it's a arrangement of the Lord.
Demons got gross body.
Yeah?
Gross body. Demons got a gross body.
The body is, of course, not so gross like us. We actually, to tell you the truth, are the lowest. Our body, of course, lower than us, the animals and all of it. But our body is like in between, high, low. And we suffer a lot of pain. Correct? Because you want to fight the demigod, you also must have equal power, no? If you have no power, how you will fight with them? Yeah? So you must be equally able to contest, isn't that? So the whole universal arrangement is between this gross and subtle. It goes more subtle and subtle and subtle. And the more subtle you are, the more power you have. Just like those who are in Siddha Loka, Prabhupada gives the example. They are born with mystic power. You have mystic power, you can go anywhere, anything you can do. Right? So these are all there. It's not only thing we don't know how to do, how to apply. To get that kind of strength, you need the blessing of the Lord. And to get the blessing of the Lord, you need to be purified. No? Just like Arjuna, he could get so many weapons to fight. How did he fight? Only the Lord gave him. And the moment the Lord left, his power also gone. Right? You understand? So everything, the power is coming from Krishna himself. That's why called Yogeshwara. Sarva Loka Maheshwaram Bhoktaram Yagyas Tapasam. No, in 9.4 it says Yoga Aishwaryam. No, what is that verse? 78. Yatra Yogeshwara. Krishna is the Lord Shiva is Yogeshwara and Krishna is the Yogeshwara. They're two different things. You understand? So try to. Of course, we are not bothered. We are not really interested in changing our body to subtle. We just want to surrender to Krishna. I told you the verse, 11, 20, 32, 33. You see here? You see this verse here?
Everything can be achieved by fruitive activities, penance, knowledge, detachment, mystic yoga, charity, religious duties, and all other means of perfecting life is easily achieved by my devotee through loving service unto me. If somehow or other my devotee desires promotion to heaven, liberation, or residence in my abode, he easily achieves such validation.
Next verse.
Because my devotees possess saintly behavior and deep intelligence, they completely dedicate themselves to me and do not desire anything besides me. Indeed, even if I offer them liberation from birth and death, they do not accept it.
So then, follow? Because they only want Krishna. That's why we chant in the morning, no? Na dhanam, na janam, na sundari. So the devotee's mind is different. They're not interested in. It's our position. See, there's another verse, 19:165.
As long as there is not the slightest fragrance of pure love for Krishna, which is the perfect medicinal herb for controlling Lord Krishna within the heart, the opulences of the material perfections known as the siddhis, the Brahminical perfections, satya, kshama, titiksha, and so on, the trance of the yogis and the monistic bliss of Brahman all seem wonderful for men.
You understand? Once you understand Krishna, then you're no more attracted to all these things. Are a difference? You follow? Is it clear? You don't want anything anymore. You just want to have Krishna, and that's it. That's why the gopis also, huh? They're not attracted. They only want to have Krishna. They don't want anything else. Yes, just like Duryodhana and Arjuna. When Krishna was sleeping, they went, no? And then Krishna saw Arjuna first, and he saw Duryodhana. Okay. They both came to ask the same thing, ask for help to fight. So he divided himself and the army, right? And then he asked Arjuna, what you want? Arjuna said, I want you only. And Duryodhana is very happy getting the army. Understand? You see how Arjuna is a devotee. Duryodhana is not. You follow? Is that clear? Is this question clear?
Yes.
Huh?
When Krishna left, why Arjuna lost his power? Krishna is sitting in his heart as Paramatma, right? Why he lost?
No more need for that power. In Kali Yuga, very bad age. If someone has that kind of power, he can misuse. Just like Aswatthama, misuse. Understand? So Krishna withdrew all this. Kali Yuga, all this thing will not work. But of course, they got mystic power in the sense they got gross missiles and all these things. But if you know the science, you can stop that with one arrow. How much it costs to produce one arrow and produce all these missiles and all that. Not only that, you have to keep in a safe place, and you have to make sure it doesn't get, misused. So much a complication. Whereas you keep a bag of arrows, unless you activate by mantra, it will be just ordinary arrows. How much more they are, the science, how much more higher they are. And Krishna doesn't want to give that to anybody. You follow? Because all Kalau Sudra, some Sudra cannot be trusted. A Sudra will what? Misuse. Yes?
Also, one Mataji asked, why Arjuna went and fought with Shiva and got Pashupatashra, like that he went and collected a lot of weapons from different demigods. When Krishna is there with him, what is the necessity? Why Krishna allowed him to get all the weapons? Because he is the supreme. Why he need to go to different demigods and get the different weapons?
Krishna asked him to do it. He wanted to solicit all, because Krishna is fighting a major war. He's fighting a major war in the Kurukshetra. So he wanted all the assistance of all the, and also the demigods also want to be part of it, you know. They want to assist Krishna. Understand? So of course he didn't just get it like that. They wanted to also have some lila with him, no? But with Indra giving him the Shakti, he didn't have to fight because he was his son, no? So he gave him the. Follow. Same thing, Karna also got it from Surya. I mean, who is that? Sun god. So it was a battle between the devotees and the demon. Okay? So Krishna awarded, okay, you go get all the weapons. And not only Krishna's side had the weapons, even the opposite side also had the weapons. They also had weapons. If they throw, he must die, you know. That's why after the war, Krishna asked Arjuna to come down from the chariot. Arjuna was shocked. Why? The moment he stepped down, the whole chariot burst into flame. And the Lord explained, because I was sitting there, I was holding all the weapons could not act. You understand? But to give credit to the weapon to act, I was holding it. Now there's no more need. I stepped down. You follow? Because Somadatta and all this had weapons that if they throw, the person must die. And he could not kill Arjuna. Without Krishna, Arjuna, he also admitted one. Because of him, they could not even touch the hair on my head. You follow? So similarly, we also should understand this. You know. Without Krishna, we are useless. Pakirti kriya manani, gunahir karmani sarusya, ahankara vimudatma kartam. I am only surviving because of Krishna. And if you understand that, then you will succeed in everything. That's why Krishna said in 1858, you know, Machita sarva durgani. If you are conscious of me, you will pass through all obstacles by my grace. This is what is missing with us, you know, that we are thinking always we are the doers. You follow? But however, you do not work in such consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost. So this is how we are getting trained up to understand that it's only by His mercy that I am going on. You follow? And because now we are influenced by Maya, then we start thinking, no, I am the doer, I can do, I will do, I'll do better. All kind of nonsense. Understand? So you see how we have to learn how to understand, to think properly, to talk properly. Everything is part of the whole thing. Not that just chanting only, no. As you chant, of course, chanting will make you get purer and purer, and you start thinking in this Krishna's grace, Krishna's mercy. Without His mercy, what can I do? Yes? Understand? So this is the science. Otherwise, you always think, oh, hey, because of me only, no. I mean, because I was there. You understand? That's a false ego. So when you can give up this false ego, how to give up? You have to understand I'm nothing but servant of Krishna. Then yes, everything you touch will be successful, everything. Of course, if something also not successful, then Krishna's plan in it. Then Krishna wants, just like Arjuna, and they have to suffer for 12 years, so many problems. Why? Because Krishna wants to show how devotees are tolerant, how they never one time complain, My dear Lord, I am serving you so much and you're divine. Why you put me into this mess? They never say, yes, that's devotee. You follow? So we little trouble only with thinking, no, why this? I think I will put my beat back for a while and then start. So you see how this is the test. You follow? All great leaders have got big austerities, stories to say. Look at Prabhupada. When Krishna can just give him a free plane ticket, go there and land, finish. Huh? Why he has to go 1 month on the road? 70 years old. Why? Because of he going there, we got more faith, you see. You follow? So this is how Krishna, glorified the devotee. So austerity is Krishna's body, Krishna's soul. He says, told Brahma, no? Austerity is my life and soul, no? You know where it is? Huh? You know where he says that? 2:9, there below. Go to 2:9, you see the verses. Srimad Bhagavatam 2:9 chapter. I don't know, you have to see first here. Huh? 23. Because Brahma did what? 100 years of his life tapasya. He stayed for 100 years. 100 years tapasya. 100 years he climbed down. 300 years. You know that? He born, then 100 years what? He went down for 100 years.
O sinless Brahma, you may know from me that it was I who first ordered you to undergo penance when you were perplexed in your duty. Such penance is my heart and soul, and therefore penance and I are not different.
Is that here? So devotees means you have to learn how to do tapasya. And that pleases Krishna a lot. No tapasya, then voluntarily taking trouble for Krishna, Krishna become very happy. Yes, right. That's the strength of the devotee. Correct? Whereas those who are non-devotees, they only look for their sense gratification. They look for their interest. Yeah? It is people who are not devotees. I pray to your God what I can get. Some guys say, if I pray, I can strike this number. That's whereas devotee, they want to serve the Lord. And they see, like, what's his name? Rupa Goswami. He wanted to cook a meal for Sanatan, And then he collected one day, one young girl came and said, Baba, in my village so much extra, no food. Can you take? So he took all and he cooked a big tree. He was a good cook also. And after he cooked, he invited his brother. He asked, how did you get all? We are staying in the forest. How you get all this thing? No, I was planning and one young girl came. Oh, you have taken service from Radharan. Very good. You see? Immediately. So devotees, they don't like to take anything from Krishna. They only want to give him. That's the mood of it. And Krishna become pleased with that. How much we are suffering, how much we are pushing, different. That is more they have austerity, the more Krishna become pleased. So he said here, such penance is my heart and soul, and therefore penance and I are not the same. Tapasya brahmacharyena, samena damena va. So this is the purpose of human life actually, to do austerity. Cannot do, you do, then the Lord completes. You see. Oh, very nice. Yes, not always complaining, oh, this management is bad, everything is bad. Always bad. Nobody is looking after me. Why were you to look after you? Why? We're coming to look after the Lord or you? What? You're so important. And tomorrow you sit on the altar. You do puja. Because you want attention. What? Correct? Yeah. Yes or not? It's nonsense. You pure. Idea is that we take the suffering for the pleasure of the and talk about it. You understand? That's devotee. No, there is scrambling for his what? His puja. Ankara upasanam. You know what is ankara? Self worship. So this consciousness is polluting. You follow? So try to understand it. More you advance, the more you think. No, no, I don't. No problem. I have no problem. Even he has problem, he suffers. Because he's surrendered like that, then he overcomes easily. Understand? I don't, in my whole life, I never complained. How much trouble I went through. Ever you see me, I'm complaining. Did I say you never buy for me, why you never buy for me things all? Huh? Did I say? Correct. You give to Krishna. Yes. And you see how Krishna will. Our whole idea is to how to please Krishna. That's why we come here, no? Yes. The whole idea. And that's Krishna consciousness. Yes. Anything else? 9 o'clock now. Yeah? Always it goes to 10 o'clock. It takes some time to warm you up to ask the questions.
See, online.
I just wanted to relate with the science. So now you when you said the mystic power. So now people say about this horoscope, that planetary systems, they have the mystic power. They are having everyday impact on regular life. Like sometimes when we suffer, people say, "Hey, you have Saturn, you have Sunny Mahadesha, that's why you are suffering." And
So it is
mystic
there.
power,
We
does it
don't
exist?
we don't say no because the planets are powerful. When you go to your Rahu period or you
Yes,
go
now
to your
okay.
Sunny period, so you know you're going through bad time, so you chant more. Correct?
That bad time really exists, Prabhu, or we just suffer because of our karmas?
You're suffering because of your past karma.
So those things are rather
Of course, for devotees, the whole thing is different. It only enhances you to become more stronger spiritually. Whereas non-devotees, they're given more punishment. You understand? Their whole life will turn upside down if the planets are not right position. But for devotees, the detachment, so on, become more Krishna conscious. That's the whole idea. See, as I said last time, you can think the glass is half full or half empty, right? Yeah? Yes or no? How you see. But if you see it is the service to Krishna, so what? Correct? Cannot say they are not acting, they are powerful also. Uh, you understand?
so they do have mystic power as well.
Who?
The planetary systems.
Not mystic power, they are influencing everybody. And their movement, like now, Kali Yuga. So all the planets will be in certain position. Then Kali Yuga comes. Because they are controlling the movements of everything. So every living entity, everybody is controlled under the management of the demigods. Yes. So the demigods, some are favoring, some are not favoring. Certain planet, whenever they go, they give trouble. Certain planet, when they go, they get so much of benediction. So accordingly, so everybody's horoscope is mad according to that. Just like when the Lord appears, all the planets line up in a favorable position. Correct? Because the Lord knows. And all the demon, all were bad planets coming up. Demons. So accordingly. So Prabhupada said, you clap your hands, Krishna will kick millions of Rahu away. That's all. So our whole idea is to chant and play. That's our saving grace. You chant. You can change. But the main thing is the consciousness. I mean, you cannot change something. Something what to do. Yes, I mean, it's not it's not the end of the world, boy. The main thing is that you get Krishna. Yes, you understand, as Prabhupada said, if the prediction is that it's going to rain, then what's stopping you from taking an umbrella? You know it's going to rain, right? And okay, I better carry an umbrella. That's like what astrology is all about. So you know, oh, I'm not going to do well. I better be careful. Yes, precaution for you, no? It's a science in from the Vedas, and it's not somewhere some speculation or what. Right? What do you have? Dhanurveda, Jyotisa, what? Ayurveda, all these are Veda knowledge. So we take and use it for our. Suppose you know you're going to do something good, and you, that time is not very good. Will you do something? You know the signs one. If you don't know, you simply blindly do, and then you reap the wrong result. Correct? So we have to. And over and above that, if something, that's a word also, that things are going against you, then you should understand this is the will of God. The Lord just wants to arrange it like that. Then you take it. So that's how devotees see things, practical, not whimsical. Today I have to go after who? What time is it now? And then I'm going to eat now. What time is it now? That's a bit over. Understand? I married her, I check now the timing, not good. Huh? See, this is what you want to do with that. Understand? People who don't know, especially Western people, big problem. They think astrology is all But no. Krishna is just like Prabhupada, he was going to leave his body. He asked to check this. Prabhupada, Satan is in the 8th house. Satan 8th house means house of death already. Astrologers say you should chant this Lord Shiva's mantra. So that you will chant Hare Krishna. You understand? So you know, right? You know. So you prepare. You follow. Understand? This is how you apply the science. How you be Krishna conscious. Everything is used in Krishna service. Cannot simply, of course, some places he also say because of misuse, they were thinking only the astrology is all and nothing else. You follow? Huh? You understand? Huh? Because Krishna also can change, that's another thing. That is his power. He can do anything he wants. Yes? Anything else? The woman are asking questions. No man asks any question.
So morning I was hearing on Prabhupada lecture actually, like regarding that Brahma, when he saw his daughter, then he hesitated. But he said actually in Google, it mentioned that because of this, then Shiva chastised him. Then Shiva cut is one of the head. So it's mentioned in the Google, but there is no reference. But it shows the reference in the Shiva Puran that because of that, Shiva cut is one of his head. Then after only it becomes four-headed Brahma. So is it true or before he have five-headed?
Not true.
The Srimad Bhagavatam, there is no reference.
Not true. Lord Shiva never cut his head. In fact, he has all these sons, mental sons. What is his name? The Marichis. They cursed him. As a result, they have to take birth and what is his name? Kamsa has to kill them, all that. So that's all the reaction. Because great souls, they cannot go forward.
because of Lord Shiva chastising then Brahma thinking that he want to leave the body also, right? That actually there is broken.
Brahma, yeah, he left his body, but it's not like left his body like us, By the mind, he left and he got another body. It's all there in the Bhagavatam, we can read.
So that means like Brahma when he leaves the body means that the universe is completed, right? Like
No. In this incident, he just threw away that body, His mind, what became, gave up that in the mind. But when he leaves the body completely, then as I've explained, he goes to the spiritual world. Along with everybody in that Brahmaloka.
actually in Srimad Bhagavatam 3:12-33 mentioned that you want to leave his body. So that means it,
No, you read on, it says he just changed his body. He gave up his body and became twilight and the demons took it. You understand? You can see, it's all there. You can read on further. He never physically gave up his body. That's not there. You understand? You follow? You go read some more, you see. All right, anything else? More questions? More questions? What? Huh?
So if a person who is taken to spiritual life, who has already begun, taken initiation, after some time due to some, I don't know, anything, he falls down and he leaves. Later on in his life, he realizes his mistake and wants to come back. But he already gave up his, let's say, he stopped practicing or something. But later on in his life, he realizes his mistake and wants to come back. Is there a chance for him to come back? Must he take reinitiation or something? Or what is the.
Prabhupada says you take the process again. Just carry on chanting.
Okay.
That's all. There's no priyoshita for the devotee. There's no need to get reinitiated. Like that, you fall down and at that time you die to look for your guru again. Other person. Makes sense. And that is practiced by ISKCON. Yeah, you go there. You have to take guru after guru. Like what they say, changing buses. Huh?
Let's say the same spiritual.
Broke down buses. I don't require process. There's no need. We don't follow the smarta prayachita. We chant again. Move on.
but even Prabhupada time also many of his disciples went and they go back to the material life, they can come back. Prabhupada also gave a chance them to continue the devotional.
So they
Every
never.
day also you are falling down. Every day you must be reinitiated.
No, I mean, they stop practicing. Like for example, maybe they stop chanting their rounds, they stop doing everything.
I think if we're lucky, he will come back. Usually they don't come back.
If they do, should they get reinitiated or?
That's why Arjuna asked the question, what happens if a person later on don't do? Krishna said, no problem, we'll go to heaven, enjoy, and then come back again, take birth again, and start again, Not as from where he stopped, he carry on again. But would you want to take that risk? What if you come back and take birth? Even a rich person house, it's not necessary to be Krishna conscious. Risk is there. That's why Prabhupada said, you finish this life one time. Why you have to waste time?
But it's, let's say in their life itself they realize a mistake. But
No,
they
why
stop.
you should think like that? The first thing. They should not even think like that. Why? I've got Krishna, the highest, everything is. Why I have to think of leaving him? That's not intelligence.
Because we
Right?
read pastimes of devotees leaving
You
and
want to
then later
do
they come.
pastimes. You want to do pastimes of leaving Krishna. What are you
No,
talking
saying-
about? What?
There are pastimes like Prabhu said, there are pastimes of disciples who left Prabhupada and later they realize a mistake and they come back. What happens to
Who said what?
Just now I said that even during Prabhupada time also many of the disciples left the movement and after came back.
No. I didn't see many people came back. Many left. Hardly, when they want they go. Because to come back again, very shameful. Very
shameful?
shameful. Especially you come back when you see the guy who was there, he's the bhakta. Now he's a bigger guy and you had to go. Very, what? Is it not painful? Yes. That's why you should do that? Why you should think like that? Correct? Yes. No, I'm going to just like Haridas Thakur say, even you cut me to pieces, I am not going to give up chanting this Hare Krishna. Your mind is fixed. And if you think like that, then no question. I mean, I also wanted to go because I had so many problems, working with so many crazy people. But Krishna never let me go. I tried that. I don't want to go. But the devotee was there, take me into the temple. I want to go again, and the plane, the devotee is there to take me to. I never left actually. But then they kicked me out. That's another thing. I'm still with Prabhupada, still pushing out. I mean, practically with no support, no nothing. Right? Everyone is against me. I don't know who is with me. My family is not with me. My government is not with me. My scan is not with me. I don't know who is with me. But they're not dampening my determination. I'm still pushing on. I don't care. So that requires mercy of Prabhupada and Krishna. Actually, a country like this, headache. Everything is a headache. Huh? To pass school also must ask permission. Cannot do. It's like that. Anyway, we push on. More, it says, the more problems you have means you're on the right path. Correct? You have no problem means something is wrong somewhere. Yes? The devotional service is like that. Was that? No question. Some guys.
No. What does the Lord say about breaking addiction, Prabhu? By Prabhu Sulaiman.
Who is that?
I don't know. Prabhu Sulaiman.
What does Lord say
About breaking addiction.
what is that?
Addiction. Breaking addiction.
Breaking addiction. What does the Lord say about breaking addiction? Addiction means what? Huh? Oh, of course, He say good one. What the Lord would say, you become better is good one. Right? Yes. If you, in fact, Krishna says also what? If you start chanting, you're considered as the sadhu, right? 9:30. And very quickly you will become dharmatma, righteous. So, what the Lord has to say, you already said what? Correct? So you try to, because chanting is the most powerful thing that can purify you. Nothing else can purify you except chanting. So if you chant, you are very safe. You follow? Yes, see? Then he declared, Kauntaya Patijane Ma Bhakta. That means you not go back again to this crazy life again. Krishna said, I'll protect you. You understand? Krishna consciousness, there's no substitute. There's no substitute to Krishna consciousness. And once you become Krishna conscious, then Krishna will also help you in many ways. He will protect you, will support you, give you encouragement, because he's in your heart. Yes? Right or not? He works externally as the spiritual master, internally as the super soul. Give you guidance. And devotee, I don't see real problems. Unless he's not a devotee, he's breaking principle and doing all nonsense, and then asking for trouble. Why you should do that? Yes? Anything else? Whatever.
Mother, there are questions that outside streets can we go to altar for offering?
No, we don't allow here.
We should not, right?
We don't allow here. Too many problems. So many men here, no need to have women. Unless you go to one temple, there's no man, then you can do.
No, not Mataji. Sweets. Sweets can go to altar. Outside sweets.
Prabhupada said yes. Prabhupada said yes. You can buy sweets from the sweet shop and offer. Because most of the sweets are made by Brahmins.
Why were making Muslim somehow?
Don't buy. You don't buy from the Muslim shop? Why you want to buy there? Huh?
Who preparing, who going there?
Boxes they buy on the packet. Seal. You don't know who the manufacturer.
Usually buy from the sweet shop, no?
No, nowadays they buy from the shop, that maybe the company employs some Muslims to prepare a sweet, but we don't know.
You try to find out its clean source. So many shops, right? Not necessary you go blindly buy from the Muhammad's what? Muhammad Ismail shop. Why? Why you have to go there? Use your intelligence, Prabhu. Then you don't buy. You buy from the Brahmin shop, right?
Many products we buy with halal mark. Halal mark. Halal mark means there is a Muslim hand inside.
No, halal mark means Muslim hand. Don't buy the halal mark. Better still you make now. You got time you make. Correct? Why you cannot make? Not difficult, right?
If they are not Muslims also,
Huh?
if they are not Muslims also,
Yeah, no,
the
you need
person
to.
consciousness is different.
Prabhupada said usually sweets we can buy.
Sweets we can buy lawful.
I remember we are traveling and then Mangalarti, want to go, how to make sweet when you're traveling, our traveling party. Not easy, you know. So we buy India got so many. Now, of course, last time when I was there, what it said Iyengar sweets. Now it is changed to Iyengar bakery. Bakery means what? Put cake and egg, what?
Yeah.
Right? How to go there? Go and buy. So, what can you do? In Kali Yuga, there's an ocean of food. But there's only one good thing. Buy. Understand? Ocean of fault. Everything is faulty. Right? So many faults. What you can do? Only chant. Correct? If you chant, everything becomes adjusted. Okay? Understand? So we chant. That's the main thing. Yes?
No other questions.
Huh?
No other questions.
No more questions? Last week was 10 o'clock. Before that was 11 o'clock. So it's coming down now to 9:30. Then next week to 8:30. And then 7:30 and no more class. No more class, all understand already.
Realized.
Ah,
How many?
Next week onwards, no more class.
whoever is here. Whoever.
2 weeks only. 2 weeks only.
I think online some people are there. I think this is very good interaction for you because Friday online is difficult for you and others are asking so many questions.
Women fall into which category? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra is there. Women fall into which category? Does they belong to all the categories or they belong
Women
to
become the lower class.
both?
Take out the verse.
So when we get initiation,
When she is no more human, there's no more woman. You understand? Because you are devotee then, different. Follow? And that doesn't mean you throw away your skirt and everything else. Means you understand your position as spirit soul. But because you're trapped in this body, you act in that way. You understand? Just like Kunti, very advanced. I mean, but she still always act as a woman. Understand my position. But you don't think your body. You cannot think you are the body. You think you are the body, then you are low. But you identify as a servant of Krishna, your spirit soul. Your position is different. Prabhupada was talking like that, then the woman was at the back, and then he looked. But you all are not women. Because you are devotee, different. But still, because of your body, you have to be careful. You don't kind of breach that because it's dangerous. Woman's body is the mode of passion. That's why she has to be kept at the back, covered, and everything. No easy contact and all. Because the mode of passion is very, as Krishna say, enemy. Yes. So that way you act also. You have your position as a mother, and everybody relates to you as such. In this way, the main thing is that a woman they get mystic power by becoming chaste. The more chaste they become, the more powerful they are. And if they are not chaste, then finish. Everything is finished. Problem. So you act like that, and then you see how you become very strong spiritually. That's the difference. Yes, not that we are purposely putting the woman down or what. No. It's only protection actually. Because those women who are very, what do you call that? Woman, what is that? Feminist. What is that word for that? Feminist, is it? The women who are overzealous. Huh?
Yeah, okay.
What is it? Feminist anyway, you understand what I'm saying. So they are like to always challenge. They want to do whatever the men can do. They can. It's not very intelligent. Some things you can do, something the man can do. Not necessarily the man is flying to the moon and you don't want to go to the moon. What's the need for that? You understand? You see pictures of woman also carrying weight. What's the idea of that? This is simply nonsense, passion. Become chaste, become woman, act like a mother. That quality they're not teaching. Correct? Look at them. I was surprised. Even this time I went to where was I in Delhi? I saw the woman running in shorts. I never saw that in very freely they are running. Indian woman with shorts. How terrible they look. Huh? Completely polluted. You understand? Examples are there how you see very saintly Drupadi and Kunti and how they act, talk, different position, level. Because they don't know, they think that the woman must be like a man only, she will be recognized and get credit. So we have to teach, being Krishna conscious, or to teach, to become saintly also. Qualities. That's why Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, no, 2 times he said, it's better to do your duty than another's duty, even though perfectly. Is it not? 2 times he said that, right? Huh? You know where? Huh? You don't know. Third chapter. Third chapter he says, better to do your duty than others' duty. Huh? 335. See?
It is far better to discharge one's prescribed duties, even though faultily, than another's duties perfectly. Distraction in the course of performing one's own duty is better than engaging in another's duties, for to follow one's path is dangerous. Another's path is dangerous.
Why you always make mistakes? You want to write your own Gita or something? Go to 18 now. You're too fast. You want to write another Gita.
18?
What is that? 18 what? 1840 what? Not 40.
Yes, Brahmiko.
Take a look. 18 what?
48 is for the.
Now look at the index and you come. Huh? No,
I think 47.
1847.
It is better to engage in one's own occupation, even though one may perform it imperfectly, than to accept another's occupation and perform it perfectly. Duties prescribed according to one's nature are never affected by sinful reaction.
See that? 2 times he said the same thing. So you do your duty, why you want to do another's duty? See, by the concept, the Kali Yuga, they think that you have to become a man. Equal rights. How foolish, correct? Yes? And because of that, they are now all single mothers and single fathers. Crazy philosophy. They proudly say, I'm a single mother. Why you want to be a single? Understand? Very unfortunate. Yes? All right.
So can I ask one question?
Yeah.
For general knowledge sake, what if you said the women must be chaste. What if that woman is unfortunately married to a man who is not a qualified husband, who can deliver?
She should leave.
Then she should not be chaste.
It says that she should serve a man who is not fallen. 7:12, we can see the words there. She should serve. It doesn't mean like now if your guru is a drunkard and meat eater, will you follow this guru? You will not. You're following a perfect guru, right? Understand? You cannot follow a husband. Similarly, is supposed to be a guru.
Both also is not a devotee then.
Huh?
Both also not a devotee.
Then they should use worship Yamara. If they're both not devotees, they should worship Yamara because that's where they're going. Huh? Why? What's the use of that? That's why you get all the mess. And then the movie is glorifying, what do you call it? The woman who is what? What's the title? Very crazy title. All the women who are unchaste are glorified in the show. Correct? They show educating the public that you can do all nonsense. You follow? If you don't accept Krishna, then you're going to get a lot of problems. Cannot become happy. It's not possible. So how they do that? Or they change partners. Maybe this didn't work, maybe this will work. You understand? We know what will work. Let's you surrender to Krishna. That's the only thing that will work. Yes? I mean, you are lucky you got Krishna now. If you don't have this answer to this, then how your mind will go? How you will be peaceful? You always will think this person is a problem, that person is a problem. Everyone is a problem. Yeah? And then quarreling, fighting, bickering. Make a survey. You go to every house and take a survey and see what they say. Huh? Happy. Mukti bhukti siddhi sakami sakala e sam. Krishna bhakti niskama ateiva santa. Shastra cannot be wrong. We have to show them, we have to explain. First we have to practice as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, and then we have to teach others. It's all very simple. Wake up in the morning, chant Krishna, everything flows. Yes, now you just come and you just got initiated. You don't feel good. Huh? Who don't feel good becoming you don't feel good.
Huh?
You
Sorry.
feel good or don't feel good?
Good about?
Huh? What?
Yeah.
He's not feeling good.
Huh?
You feeling good or not?
Yeah.
What? He's not feeling good. Feeling good.
Yeah.
So you see how dangerous it is, If you always think I'm no good, then will you be good? Correct? Psychology. No? Yeah?
That's what the way the devotees should think, right? Humble.
Become humble. Yeah, that is so advanced devotee. If the neophytes are thinking like that, you will go home. Correct? It's key. All right. So anything else?
So women who are practicing in devotional life, I mean, they could not get the devotee husband. What will be their life? They
Take Krishna as the
cannot get married.
Krishna is actually the real husband.
Correct. But in the material life, they must get married to someone.
You have to, but if you cannot, you can stay in the association of devotees. Very common problem everywhere. So they stay in the temple or associating with the devotee, carry on living under the guidance of the temple authority.
So one of the Mataji in the reading session, she is telling how we'll get everyone after reading the Shastra, all the men will become brahmachari, they don't want to get married. Then how about the women who are practicing, where they will get a devotee?
This is a bit, I would say, Prabhupada told us to keep the men as brahmacharis and the woman to be married. I don't know how, and Prabhupada, when he was asked how to do that, that's management. How to manage? Management. Anyway, not all men. How many men brahmachari here you see? How many men wearing white color? Not a fact. Because many men just cannot control their lust. Not easy. Women are very powerful, you understand. Even you talk little while and then they will play back in your mind, like a recorder. Wow, she smiled at me. Wow, then you see how it goes. Don't think. That's why in Kali Yuga it says three things are very difficult. All men will be attracted to that. One, he will be attracted to intoxication. Two, he will be overly proud. And three, he will be very attracted to the women. Three things, Kali Yuga. Anyway, women are not difficult. Problem is that if they get attracted to somebody who is trained to be spiritual and help them, that's the best. But that's not perfect. If you get such an arrangement, the best. If you cannot, then what? Yes, you got to think. You got daughters. You got the way all the men are acting. I don't trust in myself. So how are you going to do? So the only way is to pray to Krishna. Let's see what Krishna is going to arrange. Cannot say anything because Kali Yuga is not an easy place. On top of that, our society is even worse. We have very little man, very little, in fact, more women than men in our society. Right? And this is the same question they ask, what happened, Prabhu? We are coming and there's no what to do? Marry whoever is vegetarian, something, right? That's all I can advise. Not easy though. Because if you go to ISKCON, another problem. If you go to HKM, is another problem. You go where to you'll figure it out. Right? I cannot say. I don't know. Yes?
In our books, many times the word sex they have been written.
Huh?
Sex word has been written in the books many times.
Sex.
Yes. So when the small younger kids when they read, how we should explain to them, and even
I train so many brahmacharis, no problem with me. In fact, the temple that I run, only men. Only woman was my wife. And she was also don't like any woman. She was another strange person. So you can ask my son, all men, no woman. And the classes I used to give was, of course, you won't sit there for sure. First, I have to train them up to become, understand sex life is bad. So when they get into that ashram, they'll realize. And they want to become more, controlled, free. That's the whole idea of scripture. Teach. No doubt that so many times sex is mentioned, but how it is mentioned, that's another thing. Understand? Always it is mentioned in how you should renounce it. It never promotes it at all. Shastra never promotes sex life, no.
Kids, if they ask parents how to explain, I'm just wondering after having read that.
Bring them to us, we'll explain. No problem. Yes? I think Prabhupada explained very well also. Doesn't give the impression that you have to have free sex. In fact, Prabhupada said, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, that doesn't require any training for that. You don't require to know. You put a man and a woman together, they know what to do. You understand? There's no need education for that. Education is to have restriction. That verse 11:5, what is that? 11:5:11. That this is what it has to be taught. Sex life, you see here the word, Sanskrit word, huh?
Sanskrit word.
What is Sanskrit word? Loka Vyava. Vyava means sex life. Amisa means meat. Mada means alcohol. Seva. So all these things are there also. Prabhupada said it's not that we don't know about it. It is there. But it is restricted. You see this word here? Therefore, religious scriptures never actually encourage such activities. Although the scriptural injunction provide for sex through sacred marriage, meat eating to sacrificial sacrificial offering, and for intoxication to the acceptance of ritual cups of wine, such ceremonies are meant for the ultimate purpose of renunciation. It never encouraged it. Restriction, just like Prabhupada say, alcohol, anybody can make in the house. Just sugar, fermented. But the government is what? Restricting. You do or we'll arrest you. Why? Bad. Maybe they forgot. So try to understand. You understand? Restriction is. So we have to learn how to understand this. The main thing is to renounce rather than to worry about how to regulate. You renounce and easier. You learn about the danger of it. That's why the brahmachari training is to how to train you to abstain. You follow? That's the training. Don't be woman. There's so many restrictions you can read there. Brahmachari Gurukule, he said was, you cannot think of, you cannot pain, you cannot, so many. Why? Because the whole life is conditioned because of this. So you want to come out of this, then there's restriction.
Small control. Not a solo for one side.
He's asking the question, you can answer. He's the best man. There's another one there. Engage because they tell them to take driving lesson, they don't want. Because they got a woman driver. Yeah. Convenient. Understand? So you have to learn how to be careful to where to draw the line. Not that you whimsically, get frivolous. That's risky. Even if it's your mother, you have to learn how to also, that's a verse. You cannot sit with your mother, your what? Sister, daughter, what? Why? For fun is written there. Huh? Immune. Devotee is immune. What? Devotee is not mentioned. Then the woman is what? Oh, must say clearly, devotee woman are excused. Huh? Is it? So we have to learn how to, Prabhupada said, deal as much as required, and otherwise, so training, to see, example, learn. 84 years old, sannyasi is falling down. Huh? Not an example. Huh? Understand? So we have to be careful. Because it's small temple, there's room for this, but we should learn how to, as much as possible. I also can do so many things, right? Palika, you come to my room, huh? Please iron my. Huh? I many things I also can do, and that's what they do. The women, they stay with them, they cook for them. Sannyasi, how you can do this? Understand? See, you're conscious, how you behave, how you act. You know this is not, then you keep away. Otherwise, the mind, so dangerous. Anything can happen. The mind can be the best. That's the verse what? Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2. The boat, even one of the senses can sweep away the, right? What is that verse? 60 something, is it? The boat, you can see. Yeah? 67. See here, even one of the senses, like the boat, you see the example is of the boat. Huh?
As a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away a man's intelligence.
See that? So all these are safeguards. You cannot cross that. If you cross that, you're asking for trouble. Because it says only Nara Narayana Rishi can avoid this control of, influence of women. Everyone else is implicated. Shastra cannot be wrong. No, Prabhu, I'm okay, Prabhu. I see everybody as mother. Huh? Yes. 84 years old can fall down with a disciple means what? Huh? What is that? I know him also. No, he's my friend actually. Trivikram Swami. I know him. First time he came, it was 1979 to Singapore. 1978 actually. He was kicked out of Korea. He came to Singapore briefly before he went to India. Those days. But you can see how risky it is. Not Prabhupada said woman is good, man is good. But you put them together, it's bad. And Prabhupada. Not that we hate the woman or we hate the man, but we hate the action, That's what you come. You have to be cautious. Because like now we are struggling to build this whole place up. Just one thing like that can what? Ruin everything. Everything will be finished. Just by that one. Oh, careful. That's why we have to be conscious, what to do, what not to do. Because here we got so many floors, 5th floor, 6th, the 4th floor. Now we're going to buy another floor. You can play hide and seek anywhere. Correct? Yes? Oh, be careful. Yes? Krishna conscious. Help, protect. I think you all have to go back, 10 o'clock. It's not going home. Yeah, all are nearby you, far. So how you like this program? You don't like because today women are put down. All right, thank you so much. I think we stop here. 10 o'clock.